Yes, tell me. Yes, someone was asking the question.
Yeah. So does it suitable for complex business process like in UiPath we have RE framework?
Okay.
So I heard that
Mhm.
this for small linear process, Microsoft Power Automate is suitable for that, whereas for complex business process, UiPath is.
Okay, so see, as I told you that every tool has its own functionality as features, right? So here, as in the UI path, if you will see that you have the basically the RE framework, right? So that is basically we do not have what we can do. We can leverage this Subflow's workflow functionality, but directly like this RE framework, we do not have. Okay, this one, but we can automate the complex automations with the help of this Power Automate also. The lot of the things are given over here. Okay, see the some differences. For example, if you just need to automate the process, example you want to automate the PDF automations, so in the UI part, generally what we do, first of all, we have to install that package or not. Correct, we have to
Yeah.
install the packages. So once you install that packages, and when that file is loaded into your system, so it takes the space of your system memory. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct. And that is also example, for example, if you are sharing that flows with someone, right? So in their case, you have to update that one. That package needs to get updated. And every time you see the updated package as well, right? It might be the
Correct.
old package is not supported. But here
Mm.
we are not installing any packages separately. We are not
Mm.
installing. Everything is a predefined here, and we can leverage this one. For the PDF, if I just need to go for, I can automate this process, right? If I just
Yeah.
need to go for the Excel, I can just simply go for the Excel automations. Everything is a predefined. And also, if you see, look, every tool has its own feature and functionality, right? So in the UI path, you will also see the lot of the things are they have just given, and which is really good. I have also worked on the UI path, and still I'm just working on the UI path as well. So that is very good, I would say. And this Power Automate also, I have automated many of the automations with the help of this. So this is also good, very good. So basically, every tool has its own functionality, the different feature and the functionality, I would say. Correct. So, like here, if you see, the one thing is basically the structure over here. Like when you use in the UI path, you see the process flow like this. So the maximize window is getting open like this, and you see the variable panel in the bottom, right? But here,
Yeah.
all your variables are reflecting over here. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct.
Correct.
And the second thing is that in the UI path, if for example, you have the multiple pages, okay, and in the one page example, the you have created a variable example where one, it is created in the page one, okay. So now,
Mm.
and I'm in the page two, and in the page two, if I just need to call this variable, I just need to use it. So in that cases, we basically use the feature of the arguments or not,
Yeah.
in and out in the
Correct.
UI path, correct?
Correct.
But
Yeah.
here, if I just want to use the variables which are generating over here, na, I can use
Mm.
in any of the page here. Example, if this is generating in this subflow one, I can use in main page also, in subflow two, in subflow three, in n number of the pages I can use the variables. So here I do
Mm.
not need to go for that in and out arguments.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So
uh,
these, yeah, so
and
these variables will have the global scope actually. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tell me. Someone was asking question, please.
yeah, no, that is what I'm about to ask. Is that like whatever the variable we defined will come under the global variable
Cor-
category?
Correct. Correct. So this is basically the global variables. So these are basically generated by the actions itself, right? We
Mhm.
have not generated this one. These are generated by the actions. If you want to create the variables, you can just go for these variables, and here you can see these variables.
Mhm.
Right? You can drag simply, I just want to set this variable. You can drag it over here. You can define the name of your variable, and here you can define it. And also, tell me one thing in the UI path. If I just want to create a variable, So while the time of creating the variable, you have to select the data type or not?
Yes.
Correct.
You select, na?
Yeah.
Correct. But
Otherwise,
here,
it show. Yeah.
but here we do not need to select this one. If you will pass the value according to that, it will define the data type. Let me show this to you. For example, I'm just creating this one. This is my variable. I'm just giving this example. I say EMP name. And into this EMP name, I'm just giving the name as a Anu. This is one. This is one variable. Second variable, I'm defining here. This is here employee ID. And this employee ID, I'm just giving this 1001. Okay. So in the one variable, I have taken this numeric values, and in the one variable, I have taken this text values. Okay. And we can shuffle this. See, very easily. We can move it anywhere. Look, this one, right? And now here, if I just run this flow, I'm just making this disable. Like in the UiPath also, you disable the actions, right? So here also we can do this. I can select both this and I can see disable actions, which will basically the comment out. So now here, if I just execute this flow, so now you will see it will set these variables values. Employee ID will be the 1001 and the name will be 1002. If I just open this employee ID, now see in the bracket, if you see what is the data type? Numeric values,
Numeric.
right?
Yeah.
And now if I just open this employee name, so in the employee name, what is coming?
Text.
Text values.
String.
Is
Oh,
string.
it has its own intelligence.
Correct. Whatever the
Okay.
values you are just going to pass, according to that, it is going to define the data type. So I do not need to do this. And in the UiPath, if you will not define it, then it will create the issue for you.
Yeah.
Correct. So every tool has its own feature and functionality. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
This one.
Anup, if we want to work like when we are working with the complex use cases, right? The transactions, like multiple transactions. Let's say, like in an Excel sheet, I'm having 10 transactions I have to run.
Mhm.
So, how here we are using in the Power
Co-
Automate? You worked in UiPath, so
huh,
you might be heard about the dispatcher and the performer. So
Correct.
one will add all the transaction to the orchestrator, and the performer will go and pick up one by one, and it will update the status.
So,
But how that works?
so that is basically the concept of the work use you're talking about here. Okay.
Is that
So,
work queues?
Work
yes.
queue.
Yeah. So here what we say, the all the items you can send into the work queues and you can just go for the one by one transactions over here. Correct. But if you're talking about the same, the performance and the dispatcher, right? Which we have in the UiPath. So example, if we have these multiple line items into this Excel, which we just want to process this one, correct?
Mm.
So first of all, what we will do, we will just read the data from the Excel, correct?
Mm.
Once all the data will come here, so in the Excel, when you are reading the data, which is coming in the tabular form, so obviously that data will be having the data type as a data table or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So same here also, when the data will come here, so in this also you will see the data will have the data type as a data table. Let me show this to you. So when I will run this process, so in this case, when the data will come into this Excel data, so you will see the data type will be the data variable, a data table. Okay. The data type will be the data table. So now whatever the line items are coming into this, so I just need to process the one by one or not? Correct.
Yes.
This one. So in this case, when all the data is coming into this Excel data, can you see the data table variable? See,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
We do not need to define this one, correct?
Mhm.
So now when we have to read the data from the data table, so in that case, we basically use the for each loop concept, this one. So if I drag this for each loop, and now I just want to work on the Excel data. And now all the values will get stored into this current item variable. And we can also define or we can also rename this one. Okay.
Okay.
And now if I just simply click on OK, so within this for each loop, I can define it whatever I just want to go. Example, I just want to capture all the employee name and the ID. Okay. This one. So here into this message box, I say this is result. Okay. And here I say I want to capture the employee ID. And here I want to capture the employee name, right? So ID will come from where? So my data is holding into this current item, na? So current item is 1 by 1 row. Understood? 1 by 1 row. So here what we have to do, we have to call this current item here and current item here. This one. Okay. But one thing I just want to tell you, if I just go into this customer data, so also just think about it. When you read the data into the UiPath also, so you define the column name or via the index number. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. So same here, we have to define that I want to read the data of this name column and the sales column. So how we define it? So here after that, within this single quote, we define it that I say this is the ID and header must be the same. So this is the name and the sales, sorry. So here we have the name and the sales. This is not the ID. This is basically the sales. So this is here, single quote. This is the name. We will write like this, and same we can just copy and paste it here, and we will change this to the sales. So this is basically the sales amount. Okay.
So,
This one.
suppose if I want to use the index in UiPath, mostly starts with the 0 index.
Same
But
here.
okay,
Same
it
here.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here we can also change the icon over here, right? This is information icon or whatever, right? And you can select the button types also. So now I'm just clicking on OK. And now see how many records do we have? We have till the Jim Rogers, okay, with 9 records. So now when I will just run this, so 1 by 1 records, it will reflect like Bonnie Potter 100, okay. So now run this flow. I'm just running this. So first of all, it will capture all the informations here. Okay. So it will open this file. It will read the data from the Excel.
So, Anup, let's say like if one of the record, like we are having 9 records, out of 9 records, one record is having some business validation or some exceptions. So how we are going to capture that?
Okay, I'm coming on that point. So now here you can see the first record is coming, Bonnie Potter and 100.
Yeah.
Right. If you just go for this one, see second is coming, right? Then you can see the third one is coming, and fourth one is coming, fifth one, 500, 600, 700. You can see 800, 900, and this one. Done? Correct? The task is completed, right? Now you set the business validations, correct? Example, if I say my business validation into this case, example, I want to show only those records into the message where my sales is above the 500, correct? Right? This is basically the one of the case or not?
Yeah.
Correct. So in this case, what I will do here, I can just simply go for this if else condition, which is conditional statement. So I can drag the if here, and into this, what do you want to check? So I want to check that whatever the sales is getting generated. So sales you are capturing from this row number, right? And I say the operator, you can select the operator from here. So if I say sales is greater than 500, right? This one. So only those records needs to be captured, and I will just put this display message within this if. So now if I will just execute, so it will reflect this one message only for those people who are having the sales is greater than 500. Okay, so which is basically Alex, Sarah, and Laurie. So see, it is checking your condition. Now see, for the Alex is showing this one, which is greater than 500, right? Alex will come, then this Sarah will come, then this Laurie Hannah, and Jim Rogers. See, and this process is completed. Correct? So simply this one. So in this way, we can create this kind of a flows.
Yeah, I got this one, the condition, but how we are going to report that? Like, okay, out of 9, only the 4 records got executed, and the 5, the sales are less than 500, whatever
Very
it may
good.
be.
Very good. So what we can do is here, we have used the then conditions, right? So if it means I just want to maintain the records for which the sales was less than the 500 and which is not processed, correct? So in this moment, what we can do, we can add the else clause here, right? So here in the conditional, you can use the else clause here, right? And after the else, if we just want to write those records into the notepad, so we can maintain the track, we can maintain the log. So like here, you can just use the else condition. And here in the else, if you see, you have this file actions, right? This one, write to file. I will simply use this write to file. So into this write to file, what you want to, where is the file path? So here, example, I just want to write into this data tab. Okay, this one. Into this data file, I just want to capture that one. Clear? So now I will just give the path of this. Simply copy as a path, paste the path without double quotes. And here, what do you want to capture? I say, I want to capture this current item. Name also I want, right? This one. And also if you want the sales also, you can also go for the sales. Okay? Both the things you can add this here. So now example, I just want to know the name for which it is not processed. And I just want to append a new line here. Okay. Now I'm clicking on the save. And now let's run this process. So below the 500 people, so for those people names should reflect into the notepad. So it means if you see this file, so from Bonnie Potter to Timothy Rezi, the file, the name should mention into this notepad file. See, it is going into that condition. See, it is writing into the notepad. It is moving in the else condition, if you see, right? This flow is running. Okay, and now you can see from the 600, it is giving you the message box now. It is meeting the conditions now. This one, right? And you can stop your flow also at any point of time. You can see this one, right? Stop.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you'll just click this stop, as you have also the feature in the UiPath as well. So you can click on the stop. So I stop this one. I just want to show you here. If I go into this, see, only the last name is coming. Yes or no? Timothy Rezi? Because it is overwriting. Because if you see what I have done, if you go into this write to, I have given overwriting to existing. I have to give the append content. I want to go for the append one, na? One below the other, right? So you have to change this one. These things only you have to be very careful. So now I'm just executing this one again. So you will see all the names where the sales is less than 500. So those people names should reflect. See, it is running the flow. See, it is coming here. I am stopping this process because I'm interested to see for the less than 500. So now here, if I just go here, open this one, see, all the people names are coming or not?
Yeah.
Correct? This one, right? On the top, Timothy Rezi was coming because it was already there in my file, right? So it is appending this one. Okay, so this is basically the concept where you will see all kind of these information. So you can track. There is a different ways of working into this one. You can store either in Excel file in the different tab, or you can store the separately, however you want to save the log.
Yeah, okay. So, in real time, Anup, that is the way we communicate with the clients, like how many transactions. Let's say, like I have a process which process the 1,000 records per day.
Mhm.
But in general, in UiPath, what we will do, we'll create a orchestrator queue and we will send the report from the orchestrator, or we'll give access to the orchestrator queue,
Hmm.
and the business people can see there, like what are the how many transactions are failed or passed, right?
Correct. So through the
Mm.
orchestrator, you are telling, right?
Yeah.
But here, what
Mhm.
Power Platform has given to you, in the Power Platform, they have kept all these tools. Okay. And all these tools you can integrate with each other. So example, if you have automated any of the process into Power Automate desktop, right?
Mhm.
And once the task is completed, then you want to trigger the email, right? Or you want to perform some actions. So here into this Power Automate Cloud Flow, we can create the flow where I can leverage my desktop flows there. Got the point? So whatever the process I have just used now, I can also call it from here. So example, if I have created the one desktop flows, and here I say through which I'm performing these automations, right? Like transactions automations, correct? So once this transactions is completed, so now I will just create a one cloud flow where I will call this bot, which is basically the transactions bot. Okay, it will get call here, and after that I will add one actions. Once this gets completed, then I want to send the file. It means I want to send the email, right? And in the email I will just give the file path of this. So in the email this file will get attached. That these are the transactions which are basically the failed one. Okay.
Okay.
Great. So all these features are having into this Power Automate Desktop and Power Automate Cloud.
So, is there any limit like for a particular flow, like no, when we are doing end-to-end flow, there these many number of activities has to be there, like
No,
uh,
see, basically it's not related to this one only, but if you automate any of the process, like in the RPO also, right? In any of the tool, either Blue Prism automation, anywhere, Power Automate Desktop or the UiPath, any of this. So basically, when you just go for the automations activities, so automation is what? The process which are basically having some business standard logic or which is running into the standard mode. That process you are going to automate. Yes or no?
yeah.
Correct. So basically, the same thing is here. If we have the defined logic, okay, we have the standard things that we can automate this one. Correct. But if there is something, the hit and trial activities, which is not fixed, obviously you cannot automate with any of the tool, right? That is not the drawback of the tool. The drawback is basically your activity is basically not standard, right? So sometime in the automation might be you have realized that out of the 100% you are able to automate the 80% of the task. The 20% they are running it manually because there are the some limitations.
Okay.
Correct? This one. So when you are following the approach of the automation, then your approach should be, first of all, you have to go for, okay, I will just try to automate this process completely if the business logic and everything is having into the standard format. Okay. If there is something, the hit and trial, which is not fixed as per the user, then I will see out of 100% how much I can automate. So maximize percentage or the maximum percentage you are trying to automate it.
So, Anup, how we are going to do the exception handling? Let's say, like, if it
Ha.
is a business exception, definitely we will make a note, like, why it is failing, what
Hmm.
business,
Hmm.
and
Very
we will make it into a notepad or a Excel sheet, and we will send to the client. Let's say if there is a system exception.
correct. So see the exception handling, correct? So we also have the error handling over here. If you see this, go to, I can also search over here. Okay. Here. So can you see this flow control?
Yeah.
This one. So in this flow control, we have this go to error. Okay. So if you see into this flow control, we have this error handling. Can you see the get last error, label, on block error? Look, these are the exception handling.
Okay.
Okay. We have a try catch block na, in the UI path. So
Yeah.
here, that is basically we have this label, on block error. This one we can use this get last error. And if you want to come out from this subflow, we have this exit subflow here also. And also, if you open any of the actions, example, I'm just opening this launch Excel. Can you see this on error here?
Yeah.
Every action has this on error here. If you click on this from here, I can handle this try and catch block. See,
Oh.
you want to throw error or you want to continue with the flow run? Which action you want to take as the next action? Okay. So lot of the things are predefined already where I can set the multiple parameters and you can see the number of times you want to execute this one also. Okay. This one. So here it is already given, so we can leverage this one. So we do not need to go separately, but here also they have given, we also use the sometime, and here, but in the actions, if in any specific actions, if any error is getting generated, then I can go for this one. So, okay, continue flow run is basically that is nothing but on error resume next.
So is there a retry mechanism also, like somewhere, like maybe with a different name or something?
That is retry.
Retry. Okay.
Retry is basically this one. Na? If you just go here in continue flow, you can see this repeat action. This one. That is basically the retry. And in this
So
retry,
it will try only that particular activity because we are doing on the launch Excel. So
so
if
it
I
will
click
go for here, but here if you just set this go to label, where I will just create the label. So if I say if any error gets found into this one, then from where I should want to execute this again. So I can create this label and it will go from there and it will again execute the actions from that position.
Okay.
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 This one.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. So I hope you understood the concept of this Power Automate Desktop and Power Automate Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Anam, do you have any, where we can practice a few use cases, something like that?
Yes. So basically, in my session, I just cover everything on the basis of the real scenario itself. Okay. So those are the things, the real scenario projects and basically the real scenario cases, the challenges, everything you will be able to see. And I'm also certified into this Power Platform. Okay.
So you have any YouTube or some other channel where we can find like the flows like a real time, like no, if we see like end to end flow, like no, then it will be easy. If I want to give for example, like how Mukesh Kala or Rakesh, they'll explain like no, they're taking one use case and doing it and deploying it to the orchestrator and run and show, right?
So
Is
that,
there anything something like that available?
no, that is not. I'm so sorry for
No.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, no. Just
Okay.
asking.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for giving the time and joining this demo session. So I hope this demo session was beneficial for you as per your expectations for joining this.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anu, for taking time and giving the knowledge. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Anup, how long you will take to finish this Power Automate Desktop?
For this one, okay, let me stop it 1 second.